Oh no. Oh no. Alright, sup bitches, Cat here, and we are playing the Dream Machine. Don't remember exactly what to do now. What am I supposed to do? Talk to the crew members. Examine the sun deck where he used to work. Oh, that's right. We need to figure... Oh, I was just playing another game, trying to control him. It's a point-and-click game. Anyway, so we have to talk to everyone. Door's locked. Do I have a key? No. Anyone in here? No. So go out. Check the deck. The balcony. I'll talk to him first. Sleeping dude. I'm investigating the disappearance of Victor 11. Do you mind if I ask a few questions? I was afraid this might happen. Why do you say that? When I heard he was missing this morning, I got a bad feeling, like I knew something was wrong. Hearing that the captain's ordered an investigation confirms that. He hasn't just missed a shift anymore. He's gone. That's still to be decided. What do you know about his disappearance? What do you want to know? Tell me about Victor 11. Oh God, I don't want to. I hate. Okay, go on. Hardly at all. How well did you know him? Hardly at all. I bumped into him every once in a while when bussing tables on the sun deck, and that's about it. Did he have any other problems that I should know about? His life was sunshine and butterflies until he went missing. If you know anything, you're more than welcome to contribute. I'm sorry, but the last guy I told went missing, so I'm a bit reluctant confiding in others. Let me guess, you want me to do something for you first? Nothing like that. You don't gain somebody's trust by submitting yourself as their errand boy. Then how? Prove to me that you don't think I'm crazy. Prove to me that there's some conspiracy going on board, and I'll reconsider trusting you. Did Victor 11 leave the ship? Not before he knew what was going on board. What would that be? That's what we've been trying to figure out. Did he have any enemies on board? Given the circumstances, don't you think that's likely? He still might come back. Your optimism is touching. Okay, tell me more about the circumstances of his disappearance. When was the last time you saw him? He came to me during a break and asked if I would be in my cabin later that evening. He said he found something he wanted to show me. What did he want to show you? I don't know, he never turned up. What did you do on the night of his disappearance? I went to bed listening to the radio. Did you hear anything out of the ordinary? As I was drifting off to sleep, I thought I heard raised voices outside the cabin. I peeked through the porthole to see what the fuss was about. And? It was just Victor 11 and the head servant, Victor 7. They were engaged in another one of their arguments. What about? I didn't listen, frankly. They didn't like each other, but had to make the best of a bad situation. How did you find out he was missing? I thought it was strange that he didn't show up last night. I thought I might have fallen asleep and missed him knocking. But when they paged him over the PA system this morning, I got this sinking feeling in my stomach, like I knew something was wrong. Did you report it? It was just a feeling, and his absence had already been noted. Tell me about the other crew members, particularly the bartender, Victor 5. Everyone knows he's a rubbish bartender. I don't know how he does it, but he somehow has managed to avoid demotions for quite some time. Why do you think that is? He's crafty. Back when he worked below deck, I heard he was suspected of framing a young cadet in order to take credit for his work. Nothing could be approved, so the case was dropped. 2 months later, he was promoted to head captain of services. But lately, his luck seems to be running out. How come? He failed to deliver a drink order to the captain on more than one occasion. It's hard to blame that on somebody else. I guess he's run out of cadets to manipulate. Tell me about the head servant, Victor 7. Between you and me, I consider him too stupid to be a threat. What was his relationship to Victor 11? They didn't get along and were constantly butting heads. What did they argue about? Mainly small day-to-day things. Somebody used the other's aftershave or stepped in the other's bunk with shoes on. That type of stuff. Okay, what about Captain's aide, Victor 3? That guy wants a command position so badly he's waiting right outside the door. What was his relation to Victor 11? They didn't socialize. The captain's aide is only interested in being friends with people above his station. And the captain? With the things that go on board, I'm sure she's the only reason I'm still on this ship. She holds her guiding hand over me. What things would that be? There's something wrong with this place. Can't you feel it? Like what? I've said too much already. Okay, I guess I'll talk to someone else. See you later then. That didn't help, did it? I don't know. And I assume we have to ask every single one of those questions again to him. I'm investigating the disappearance of Victor 11. I'd like to ask you a few questions about it if you don't mind. Shoot. Oh, how well did you know Victor 11? I knew him quite well, I guess. We've shared cabins for the last couple of months. Which cabin would that be? Cabin 2, the one right next to yours. I'd like to check out where he lived. You wouldn't happen to have a key, would you? As strange as it might sound, I seem to have forgotten where I put it. Maybe you can do something for me to jog my memory. Like what? There's this guy down in the kitchen, Victor 84. He's just a prep chef, but for some reason he thinks he's got the right to boss my waiters around. If you can find some way to teach that guy a lesson, I might be able to remember where I put the key. What type of lesson? Something that says, don't mess with the waiter staff. How do I do that? Frankly, I don't want to know. All right, I'll do it. Great! Come back once it's done and I'll give you the key. Fuck. When's the last time you saw Victor 11? Last night around 9 or 10. Where was that? In our cabin. I was just coming back from a shift. He was freshening up. He said he had a meeting with somebody on the sun deck. Who? I don't know, but he seemed pretty antsy. Got himself perfumed to the gills so naturally I thought he was seeing some skirt from the passenger section. You didn't ask? We're not allowed to consort with passengers, but if one of us does, I tend to look the other way. What happened next? I tried to cover his morning shift thinking he was off on cloud 9, but then he didn't show up for lunch. I started to suspect something was wrong. What did you do then? By then, his absence had been noted by others. I didn't tell anybody about the meeting because I thought it would look bad on his permanent record. I see. Do you have any reason to believe he wanted to leave the ship? He never mentioned that to me, and we were pretty close. Did he seem unhappy about something? I wouldn't say that. He seemed preoccupied lately, but definitely not unhappy. Preoccupied with what? I don't know. He never told me. Did he have any enemies on board? Why do you ask? Do you think somebody wanted to get rid of him? I'm just trying to be thorough. How can you make enemies on a sun deck? I don't know. Maybe he got a bit too personal with somebody's wife. I suppose that's possible, but he's always seemed so professional. All right, thank you. See you later then. Okay, we got a little information. Let's go down to the bar and talk to the bartender. So, I'm investigating the disappearance of Victor 11. Vector? You mind if I ask you a few questions? So the captain's made you her little snitch, has she? What? No, I'm not a snitch. I'm just kidding, sport. Ask away. Tell me about Victor 11. How well did you know him? Well enough. We weren't bosom buddies or anything, but we got along fine. We had occasional turf disputes when guests from the sun deck caused problems at the bar and vice versa. Nothing serious. Did he drink a lot? He came here for the occasional shot every now and then if he had a rough shift. I never saw him flat out drunk though. He drank on duty? That's commonplace on board cruise ships. What else is there to do? Go dancing? Stay here long enough and you'll start doing it as well. Won't the passengers smell it on you? That's why they invented breath mints. And most of them are way more sauced than we are anyway. Did he have any other problems I should know about? You mean substance abuse? That's pretty rare among service staff. They test us, you see. The guys down in engineering, though, they're always high on something. Who can blame them, right? Did Victor 11 want to leave the ship? He fought hard to be promoted to sun deck service. Competition for top deck position is fierce. There's no way he'd throw that away. Tell me about the circumstances of his disappearance. When was the last time you saw him? He came to the bar later last night. Stood just about where you're standing now. Had a few drinks to unwind after his shift. Did he talk to anybody at the bar? He said hi to some passengers, but aside from that, he was alone. It seemed like he was waiting for someone. Who? Don't know. Nobody showed up. Did he drink enough to become impaired in any way? Could he have fallen overboard? That sounds unlikely to me. He walked straight as an arrow when he left. When was that? At about 11 or 12. Was there anything that seemed strange about him last night? Not that I can recall. He just stood there, doodling away on his napkin. What did he draw? Something that might be related to what you're looking for. You can have it, but first there's something I need you to help me with. What now? Ever since I came on board, the captain's been asking me to make her a Bloody Mary. Because of the rationing, some ingredients are nigh impossible to get a hold of. What do you want me to do about it? Make me a Bloody Mary and I'll give you the napkin. Sounds fair, I guess. Thanks. This really means a lot to me. Tell me about the crew, particularly the busboy, Victor 4. That guy's too high-strung for his own good. The only reason he's allowed up here is due to some mental ailment. The guy's afraid of his own shadow. The doctor thought some fresh air would do him some good. When I was fresh on board, he used to confide all these wacko theories to me. As bartender, that comes with the job, but this guy was talking headache-inducing tinfoil hat stuff. After a while, I just stopped listening. He must have noticed because he stopped talking to me pretty much entirely. These days, he mostly keeps to himself. What kind of theories did he talk about? That there's something wrong with the ship, but she's looking pretty good to me, eh? What was his relationship to Victor 11? They didn't have much contact, but I saw them talking more and more lately. In a friendly fashion? They weren't exactly cracking jokes, but they seemed to get along. I don't know if it was friendship, though. They seemed more like schoolboys sharing a secret in a hidden porn stash. What were they talking about? The weather. I never heard them talk about anything else. What about the head servant, Victor 7? Aside from his hugely inflated ego, he's pretty unremarkable. What was his relationship to Victor 11? They shared cabins, so they must have known each other pretty well. I never saw them do anything together, though. Why do you think that is? I think they were pretty tired of each other. And the captor's aide, Victor 3? Standing so close to the bridge has given him an inflated sense of importance. He's just a glorified messenger boy with no real authority. What was his relationship to Victor 11? Pretty non-existent. The captain's aide doesn't like to mix with the rest of us. I suspect he thinks it'll adversely affect his chances of getting promoted. And the captain? She's a living legend, and I'm really honored to be serving under her command. Her service during the Great War is legendary. What was her relationship to Victor 11? He wasn't part of the command crew. I doubt she knew him other than as a name on the personnel files. I can't seem to find some of the Bloody Mary ingredients. What are you having problems locating? Tomato juice. That's a tricky one. Tomatoes are quite scarce since the rationing, and without it the drink's just not bloody. The kitchen might still have a few if you're lucky. I didn't think of that. Thanks. And hot sauce. That's a tricky one. If you don't put in hot sauce to Bloody Mary, most customers will send it back complaining it's too mild. There's no substitute for that kind of heat. Alright, that's it. See you later. Alright, go to sun deck. I still don't know how to get to the kitchen. This is the sun deck. This is where Victor 11 worked before he went missing. Looks pretty normal to me. Examine life preserver. Again. Looks like a standard issue life preserver. Examine parasol. It shields you from the sun. Deck chair. There's nothing odd about the deck chair. Nothing odd about the deck chair. Nothing odd about the deck chair. There's nothing else to click on. How do I get to the kitchen? Call kitchen. Kitchen here. Who am I talking to? Second prep chef Victor 84. Who are you? I'm Victor 6. I'm calling from the bridge? Restaurant? Gee, what now? Received a complaint? Oh boy, what's the problem? Customer said their soup was too mild. Is there something you can do about that? Sure, that's easy. I'll put something in the dumbwaiter right away. Thanks. Okay. Hopefully there's an intercom by the bar. No, there's not. Oh well. Call dumbwaiter. Dumbwaiter's heard approaching. Hot sauce. Alright. Now we'll call him again. Try to get tomatoes. Let's try the restaurant again. How's it going? I want you to know it's going in the middle of serving. You know this kitchen serves over 400 people a pop, right? That's a pretty stressful prospect. While I'm wasting time talking to you, the food's getting cold. How's it going? Right. See to complain. What's the problem? Customer said the soup was too. I don't think I'm going to get anything else out of this. You're kidding me, right? That's actually said that? I slaved in this hell all day. That's what we get? You know that's down here? Do you know all the tools we have to work with? To see the pillowcase is sharper than these knives. I'm at a loss for words. Good going. I hope they die choking on that meal. Right. Okay, call again. Call kitchen. I'm calling from the bar. What can I do for you, bartender? Can you send me some tomatoes, please? We're working with limitations, just like you. You've already blown through this month's potato ration, and that's your problem. Can you spare a single tomato? I need some juice for a drink. To tell you the truth, we haven't seen a tomato in weeks. We've started using surrogates at this point. I suggest you do the same. What can I use as tomato juice surrogate? Oh, any red liquid will probably do just fine. If you make the drink strong enough, these old bums won't notice. Thanks, I'll try that. We need to tell him off. No, we need to ask him about... Trying to look at Victor Liver to see him down there. No, he hasn't been down in the kitchen. Nobody's seen him. Right, just checking. Ba 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 ba. Alright, let's yell at him. Or what? You'll regret it. You have to be a bit more convincing than that, I'm afraid. I'm calling from the bridge. You say your sign's Victor 6? Yeah. You're not a member of command. You think I don't know who my superior officers are? Did I say the bridge? I meant to say impersonating officer is a grade A violation. I could have you court-martialed for this. Sorry, I'm only kidding. Bye. Alright, let's call the engineering. Engineering department. Who am I talking to? Junior electronic engineer Victor 178. There's a lot of Victors. Who are you? Victor 6. I'm calling from restaurant. How's it going? Well, it was sober an hour ago, but things are starting to shape up. We're getting pretty baked down here. You should join us. Thanks, I'll consider it. Trying to locate a Victor 11. Have you seen him? No, we haven't seen him down here. Right. I'm calling from the kitchen. Oh, is this about the stove cleaner? Yeah. I'm sorry, I totally forgot to order that, but I'll send something similar in the dumbwaiter. Sure, sounds good. I'll put it in the dumbwaiter then. Stove cleaner. This better not be something for tomato juice. Gasoline? What am I gonna do with gasoline? I need a tomato. Any red liquid? Well, Tabasco's red. Have you taught that prep chef a lesson yet? Not yet. And what did he want? Did he want something? No, he didn't want anything. There's something you do about that. Cold. Sure, that's easy. I'll send the dish down and I'll put it in the blast furnace. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh, I missed that announcement. This isn't the best time to call. Okay, that did it. I missed the announcement. It's probably something that said the kitchen is losing its shit. I heard the alarm. Was that you? Yeah. Holy shit, I thought you'd go down and slap him around, not set the entire kitchen on fire. I didn't think it would be that bad. It scared me, man. If I'd known what you'd do, I would have just given you the key up front. You could have killed somebody. So you remember where you put that key then? Yeah. Here. Take it. Oh, goodness. Oh, no. That was horrible. Alright, go in the cabin. I'll go in. Fuck. Alright, so this is where Victor 11 lived. Looks like a mirror image of cabin 1. I can't shake the feeling that something is different. It contains certain clothes and personal items. Nothing seems interesting. Examine book. Judging by the book plate, this book belongs to the missing crew member. And I took it. Might be important. It doesn't have a radio. That's one thing that's different. Examine lamp. Lamp is screwed to the desk. Come in handy in rough weather. Examine power outlet. It's power outlet. Nothing special. Examine bottom bunk. The bottom bunk. One of these belongs to the missing crew member. Top bunk looks well made. There's nothing ordinary out of the ordinary about it. Examine chair. Wood desk chair. And there is nothing else in here. I've got a book. The Pleasure Cruise Manual, Safety and Service on Board. Victor 11. Oh no. The AMP Cruise Liner Safety and... You know what? It's too small. Ooh, pick up scalpel. Nice. It looks really sharp. I have to be careful so I don't cut myself. Okay. Oh, we got a scalpel. Now, what else did we need? We still need to get a tomato. I don't know what else to do. I'd like to report my findings, sir. All right, what have you found out so far? Victor 11 had an argument with Victor 7 right before disappearing. Really? We knew they weren't fond of each other, but to hear that they had an argument right on the night of the disappearance is troubling news. I think I have to report this to the captain. Good work, apprentice. With that report, I've been told to promote you to the rank of assistant 3rd class. Victor 11 had a meeting with somebody just before his disappearance. With who? I don't know. Try to find out. Whoever he was meeting might know more about the disappearance if he didn't cause it outright. I'll try, sir. I report the meeting to the captain in the meantime. This is the best lead we've had so far. With that report, I have been told to promote you to the rank of assistant 2nd class. Bartender says Victor 11 wasn't drunk enough to tumble overboard. I guess we should scratch that off the list. I'll report your findings to the captain. Okay, what am I supposed to do? Talk to the crew members, examine the sun deck, check out his quarters. Maybe he left something behind. Okay, so I've got a scalpel and I need to find tomatoes. Any red liquid will do. Soup was too spicy. Is there something you do about that? That's tough. We can put flavor in, but we can't really take it out. My advice would be counterbalanced with something like yogurt, but we're fresh out of that due to rationing. I see. Did you hear or see anything out of the ordinary? There are a few lingering passengers, so I got off a little bit later than usual. When did you get off? 1:30, I'd say. What did you do once your shift was over? I went to my cabin and decompressed while listening to music. You didn't hear anything out of the ordinary during that time. I fell asleep pretty quickly. How did you find out he was missing? I heard some passengers arguing over chair bookings as I woke up. Some passengers like to have breakfast on the sun deck. It can get pretty crowded sometimes. I remember thinking that I didn't envy Victor 11 his job. When was that? Probably around 9 o'clock. Is that when you knew he was missing? No, but his absence seemed a bit strange. He has to sort things out, but I couldn't hear him that morning. 10 minutes later, they paged him over the PA system, but I just thought he'd overslept or something. Did you do that occasionally? Not once, that I can recall. When was the last time you saw him? He came to the bar, just where you're standing now. Oh, there's a note in here as well. Okay. Oh, I wasn't even... Whoever made this didn't have time to reassemble it correctly. Okay, I wasn't even paying attention. Okay, what? Some of them shuffle around, might be able to tell. Okay. That's it. Last warning. I know what you've done. I have proof. Give me what I want or face the consequences. Every letter is in the right place. I can read the note now. It's an extortion letter belonging to the missing crew member. He was blackmailing someone on board. Is that the reason he went missing? Alright, we better turn this evidence in. I still don't have a tomato! Which means what? He was going to tell me something. What was he going to tell me if I give him a tomato? I found an extortion letter. Really? This puts the investigation in a whole new light. This heavily implies foul play was involved. I have to report this to the captain right away. Great work! With that report, I've been told to promote you to a rank of assistant 1st class. I know who's behind the disappearance. That's not even funny, apprentice. I wasn't even in this section when the Victor 11 went missing. I have an alibi to back me up. Let's just pick everyone. Serious accusation. What evidence do you have to back it up? He's blatantly paranoid. It was only a matter of time before his delusions led him to attack somebody. Do you even have any evidence to back this up? Not as much, so. Come back when you have something more concrete. Okay, so... I still need to find a tomato, and I don't know what to do. I just had an idea. What if I can use a knife on the bed? Locker? It's already open. The chair, don't need to carve it. I need to destroy it. The sink. Don't need to rinse it. Power outlet, that's a really bad idea. I didn't know I can look out the hole. Why do I want to do that? You can't even see anything out of it. The radio was missing in cabin 2, I know. I wonder what could be significant. Standard issue radio receiver probably used to be... So where's the radio? I knew the radio was missing, but it's not in here. This extortion letter ought to be proof of conspiracy. That's right. I was supposed to give him that somebody was being extorted. What makes you say that? I found this note among Victor 11's possessions. Show it to me. This is it. This proof of conspiracy all right here. Victor 11 was the victim of blackmail. He couldn't pay, or whatever they wanted from him, so they made him disappear. I think it's the other way around. Victor 11 was the one doing the extorting. What makes you say that? The note was hidden amongst his possessions, but it wasn't assembled yet. I found it with a scalpel and some cut-out letters. That doesn't prove anything. Why would someone give him an unreadable extortion letter? You're right, that does sound pretty far-fetched. Whom do you think this letter was intended for? I honestly don't know, but I think I can trust you now. You know there's more going on board than meets the eye. Okay. Was it this one? Do you know anything about the missing radio? Victor 11 hid it. He told me if something happened to him, I should go looking for it. It would lead me to a discovery he'd made. What kind of discovery? I don't know. I haven't been able to get it yet. Why would he need to hide the radio? He didn't want it falling into the wrong hands. Why? I don't know. Where can I find it? He had a secret compartment under the sink in cabinet 2. I believe he put the radio there. What's so special about the radio? He said he tampered with the receiver. If you know how to listen, it can lead you to something big. Like what? Something he'd found that held some kind of significance, but he never told me what it was. How does it work? He showed it to me a couple days ago, but I didn't think much of it. It only picks up this weird signal every once in a while. What kind of signal? Odd beeps, I guess. Nothing you can dance to. It only works sometimes? It seemed very flaky, but I didn't tell him. He seemed to think it would bring on the rapture or something, but I just thought it was a piece of junk. What do you know about the extortion that was going on board? It's very troubling. I didn't know Victor 11 was involved in something like this. It seems so out of character for him. Do you have any other problems? Shortly before his disappearance, he came to me for advice. He said he'd found something significant that if revealed, really could shake things up around here. What advice did you give him? I said go for it. It's about time somebody exposed what's going on here. Did he take you up on your advice? No, he wanted to try to negotiate with the involved parties first. I guess that didn't go so well. You wouldn't happen to know who the involved parties are, would you? I'm afraid not. How well did you know him? He was the only one on board I could consider a friend. Did Victor 11 want to leave the ship? Not before he knew what was going on board. What would that be? That's what he was trying to figure out. Victor 11 isn't the first crew member to disappear, you know. There haven't been others before him, but nobody seems to remember. A scalpel. Red liquid. What if I cut myself and bled into a cup? Sorry, that just popped into my head. Okay, I'll finish reading. Soon, nobody will remember Victor 11. Why do you think that is? Selective memory? They don't want to remember because they're in on it. So you think there's foul play behind his disappearances? Isn't that obvious? Did he have any enemies on board? That much is obvious. But who is it? The section isn't easy to get access to, being so close to the bridge. You think it's one of the top deck crew members? I'm afraid so. Alright, that's it. See you later then. Okay, what if I use it on my... Oh, I already tried. Ouch! So can I... I've got red. There's a radio. Standard issue radio receivers. Okay. We gotta get a cup. We put it in the shaker. Put this in the shaker. Human tomato juice, I guess. Oh my goodness. Gross. Vermouth, gin, hot sauce, lemon juice, Worcestershire sauce. Vermouth, gin, lemon juice, hot sauce, Worcestershire sauce. I've poured some Worcestershire into the shaker, and lo and behold, I've created a Bloody Mary. Oh my goodness. Oh. Talk to crew. What are you doing? Who are you? Cadet Victor 9 at your service, sir. You're new on board? Sir, yes, sir. Welcome aboard, Cadet. Thank you. That's very kind of you. How are you getting on so far? Pretty well, sir. It's a bit daunting, to be honest. What was your previous assignment? I was just a luggage clerk, sir. Don't know why I got this transfer, to be honest. I guess I must have done something right. When did you get here? Just a few minutes ago, sir. I went right up to the cabin's aide, reported for duty, and got this assignment. What are you doing here, Cadet? I'm guarding this door, sir. Why? What's going on in there? I can't say, sir. You don't know or you don't want to tell me? I don't know, sir. Guard the door and don't let anyone through is all he told me. But whatever they're doing is making an awful lot of noise. Oh. I need to get into cabin 2. Can you let me through? By order of the captain, you're not permitted to enter this cabin. Not at this point in time. Sir, I'm your superior officer. I order you to let me through. By order of the captain, you're not permitted in the cabin. Oh, shut up. Who's in cabin 2? I don't know, sir. 2 members from security. They had different badges from us, sir. I didn't know how to read them. See you later. Wait a minute, sir. Yes? Have you met the captain? What's she like? I heard all kinds of stories. Is it true that she only sleeps an hour a day? I have to go, Cadet. Right. Sorry I bothered you, sir. Okay. So I've been trying to make these episodes at a decent level, and I've already recorded for an hour, so I'm going to have to cut it here. Because I recorded for way long enough, and it's getting dark, and I don't have any proper light, and we will see what happens with the Bloody Mary in the next episode. So, thanks for watching. Can't wait till next time, and I will catch you later.